Only one way to find out. Uh-oh, are we really gonna do this? So what's the lesson for today, senpai? Oh, teach me, senpai Leanna.
Sand pie?
Oh my god! Not a sand pie! Oh shit. A dull throbbing in my back pulls me awake. I hadn't fully appreciated the magic of mattresses until now. A yawn escapes, and I stretch widely. Aside from the achiness, I actually feel well rested. I sit up and glance around. Zack leans against a tree with his head down. His hair covers his eyes, so I can't tell if they're open or closed. Regardless, his hands rest on the handles of his dischargers. Creepy. He's always at the ready. I mean, he's a mercenary. He's gotta be always at the ready, you know? Looking around again, I fail to spot Leanna. Where did she go? I think I hear a cry in the distance. Is that her? I should go investigate. Crossing over a hill, I see Leanna practicing in an open field. She grips her blade in a fighting stance, her face stern with concentration. Whoa, damn. She swings her blade in a high arc, ending with a graceful spin. Judging by how fluid and accurate her movement is, it's clear she's dedicated many years to perfecting her craft. Her hair whips around as she turns, but never seems to blow in her face. Even with heavy armory, her movements are still nimble, as if she's wearing no armor at all. I wonder if all of that has to do with her wind magic. Probably. Definitely, actually. Once she notices me, she lowers her sword.
Oh, sorry. Did I wake you? I moved out here so I wouldn't disturb you.
No, this is fine. This is a nice morning show. No, I was already up. I didn't see you at camp, so I came looking.
Gotcha.
Boy! Glancing down at my feet, I spot the beaming Pango. Leanna giggles. Have you forgiven me for last night, Pango?
Looks like you guys are best friends already.
Oh, not last night. Of course, more like a stalker. Nah, me and Pango are pretty close, okay? One day you will become my pillow, Pango. The best of friends. Isn't that right, Pango? The Pango nods excitedly. Boy. Exactly. That means exactly. Okay, we gotta learn Pango language now, or poi language. When he says poi, that means exactly. That means he agrees with me. It's pretty early. Do you always begin your mornings with a warm-up? Leanna nods.
It helps me wake up and prepare for the day ahead. Also, it's become a part of my routine, so it just doesn't feel right when I don't do it.
I know what you mean. I can't really go through my morning routine from Earth here on Terra, and it feels a bit strange.
Right.
Leanna looks down. The awkwardness creeps into the silence. She probably took that in a negative way, which wasn't my intention. That's okay though. I can always make a new routine. I'm a flexible dude, really, trust me.
New routine?
I unsheath my blade and grip it. This morning practice you do seems like a good place to start. Yeah, that's my morning workout. Just swinging around a sword. Perfect. She grins.
Considering how well you handled yourself yesterday, I'm curious to see what's the extent of your skill set.
I smirk. Only one way to find out. Uh-oh, are we really gonna do this? So what's the lesson for today, senpai? Oh, teach me, senpai Leanna.
Sand pie?
Oh my god! Not a sand pie! Oh shit. No, not sand pie. Oh god. No. I actually kind of cringed there. Oh shit. I don't cringe very often, okay? That was a bit of a cringe moment for me. I shake my head. Never mind. She blinks, and then refocuses, and matches my fighting stance by raising her sword.
Since you already have some experience with the blade, sparring will be the best way to gauge your skills.
We're actually going to spar? I'm ready. I don't want to end up hurting you. Let's do this then. Alright, let's go. I frown. This hardly seems like a fair fight. That's not what we said.
I won't use my wind magic.
Okay, that evens up the odds a little bit. Leanna nods.
Besides, the goal of sparring is to train your skills, not to win or lose.
Yeah, but to win is like the icing on the cake, you know? Fair enough. I ready my blade in a battle stance, which she matches. Whoosh! Leanna dashes towards me. Her movements seem slower than what they were during the bandit fight. It seems like she's staying true to her word, and isn't using wind magic. Prototype version minigame will be available in future builds. Do well or do poorly. No, I'm gonna do well. I want to impress Leanna. Somehow, I managed to keep pace with her. Every time I think I'm about to get the upper hand, her intensity increases until we're equally matched again. Even so, I could feel her holding back. Without using magic, Mage-Knights are still a formidable opponent with the sword, especially if they're anything like Leanna. We go back and forth with a few more swings, until Leanna strikes from above. I hurriedly block with my sword, but I lose my balance in a hurry, and topple to the ground, landing on my back. Oof. Leanna kneels down beside me.
Your fundamentals are solid. If you keep practicing, I'm sure you'll be a formidable warrior in no time.
That's the goal, I think. I don't know. It depends. That's pretty high praise when it's coming from you. From a mage knight. She smiles and blushes. Leanna extends a hand and helps me back onto my feet.
It would be better if I could watch you spar with someone else. That way, I can see your movement from different angles and give you better feedback.
Yeah, I am not going to fight Zack Spade. Unless the Pango can use a sword, the only other option is Zack. I look around and spot Zack leaning against a tree closer to our sparring location. He watches us with his arms crossed. Wait, how long has he been there? Has he been, sneakily been taking a peek at us? Leanna rushes over to him.
Zack!
You went running to him immediately, huh? You never came running to me, girl. What's up with
that?
that?
To duel with him?
Duel? She points to me. Come on, I got my cards ready. It's time to duel.
I'd like to get a better look at his technique.
He merely stares at her.
Oh, right. You need a blade.
Leanna hands her blade to Zack. He takes it from her and inspects it. I mean, maybe this would be kind of a fair fight after all, considering Zack. I imagine him not to be that good at sword fighting, considering he mainly uses that gun, or what was it? What did they call it? Manipulator? I don't know.
What are the rules of the duel?
Discharger it was, I think.
Standard spar. Be the first one to knock your opponent to the ground.
Zack nods. Wow, he nods his head back really far. Did you see that? Like, holy fuck. It's like he just twitches his neck all the way back. It just jerks up. Like, Zack nods and heads towards the battlefield. As Leanna returns to me, we share a glance. That was surprisingly easy. I guess it's not in a mercenary's nature to back down from a fight, even if it's a fake one. That's good.
Are you
I need
two
the
ready?
practice. I need the practice. Let's go. I step a decent distance away from Zack and ready my blade. Yep, let's do this. Zack continues to stand there. I look at Leanna again, and she just shrugs. Okay, I guess he's ready? He nods.
Okay, begin.
Let's go, Hajime. I rush forward. What? Did he shoot me? And suddenly I'm on the ground, staring up at the sky with an aching pain in my chest, and the wind knocked out of me, dude. This was not, high noon. What the fuck? He shot me. I groan.
Strange. I thought he'd last at least 2 shots.
Dude, what the fuck was that, Zack Spade?
Zack!
Yeah, be angry at him.
What?
Why did you use your discharger?
That was against the rules. I win by default.
Why not?
Leanne snaps for it. You got the fucking sword for a reason, jackass.
The whole point was to have a sword match with him.
You didn't list that as a rule.
It's kind of, implied. Her frustration is evident in her voice.
Why else would I give you my sword?
Yeah.
Why did you give me your sword?
Oh my god, Zack.
For you to use!
Is he just playing dumb, or is he actually this dumb? She snatches her blade back from Zack and heads over to me.
Are you hurt?
Oh, this is okay. This is good. This is actually perfect. This is perfect according to plan, because now I'm hurt. And she's like, you know, she sees I was trying my best for her, but I got hurt nonetheless. So she'll be sympathetic towards me. Like, oh, are you okay? Do you need me to kiss your boo-boo? I don't think so. My pride. Yeah, my pride definitely took a blow there. So this is what it feels like to be emasculated. Twice. My gaze drifts past Leanna to the blue sky behind her. At least the view is nice. Leanna helps me up again. Were we looking at Leanna or the sky? I don't know. One eye on each.
The one and only lesson you need to know when fighting. Do whatever it takes to win.
I guess that works if you're a mercenary. As soon as he's done speaking, Zack turns around and heads back to the campsite. He clearly has a different mentality when it comes to fighting. That sounds like just what the angsty, badass MC of a JRPG would say. My suspicions were correct all along. I fucking knew it. Zack Spade. The upcoming JRPG. Leanna huffs.
Mercenaries can be so annoying sometimes.
I know, right? Screw mercenaries. Agreed. He's probably seen some heavy stuff. His advice is relevant. Kind of, but, you know, there is a difference between real battles and training battles. Obviously, in a real fight, if I have to fucking chew off my opponent's arm in order to win, I would probably do it. But in training, I'm not gonna resort to that, you know? You have to differentiate, separate the two. But I guess he's seen some heavy stuff, otherwise he wouldn't have like the long black hair, right? Pretty sure the black has actually dyed. Mercenaries take on all sorts of jobs, including some really unsavory types. That probably influences their battle ethics and code for survival to be more brutal than others. Leanna ponders my words.
That's true.
God damn it, why do I have to be reasonable? We actually, like, before she was angry at him and I was like, yeah, okay, I guess I understand. God damn it, why do I have to do that? We pack up our things and clean up the campsite. Then we continue our journey. This is a long journey. As we walk, we slip into a comfortable silence. Zack lingers behind Leanna, and I, while the pango returns to his usual spot on my head. See, he doesn't mind being on my head, but the moment my head is like on top of it, and I'm the one leaning on it, using it as a pillow, oh, then the pango suddenly gets angry at me. After a few hours, it doesn't feel like we're getting any closer. So, how long until we reach Illumia?
We'll need to stop at Raven Pass to restock and spend the night. But if we continue to make good time, we'll reach Illumia by midday tomorrow.
Is there really no better way of traveling in this world? Like anything with a wheel, animals, hell, can't fucking Pango just like, you know, transform into a freaking, I don't know, car? Anything, you know, anything that's faster than walking. Rollerblades, even that. Let's go fucking ice skating. Yuri on Ice this shit. One more day of walking. If only I had brought my BitFit. I would have my daily steps done for a lifetime, exactly. I would count all of those steps, and I would brag about it when I get home. Like, look how much I fucking walked, okay? Like, the next time I'm just, like, lazy on the couch, and my mom or wife, whatever I have in the real life, is, like, complaining, like, why are you being fucking lazy again? I'll just point to my BitFit, like, look at this, 10 trillion steps, huh? Yep, I don't see you having that many. I nod, and we fall back into silence. By mid-afternoon, we arrive at the gates of a settlement even smaller than Meadow Hill Village. Ooh. This one actually seems more, sort of, I don't know, fancier a little bit. The town consists of an inn and a few shops, the bare essentials. They probably only ever see travelers or people like us passing through on their way to Illumia.
Okay. We should stock up on supplies.
Alright, I'll go get the food.
I'll be making a stop at the weaponsmith.
Zack pats the 2 holstered discharges by his side. Now that I think about it, I only saw him use one during the bandit ambush. Is one broken? The other one must have already been damaged.
I'll check out the shop since my weapons are okay on repairs.
I'll go with you. Leanna smiles. Zach nods.
See you soon then.
Alright, me and Leanna are just gonna ditch you, Zach. We're gonna run off together. He runs down another path.
Let's go.
Alright. Leanna smiles back at me as she leads the way to the shops. Wait up! We find a general store with ease since the marketplace itself is quite small. In fact, I'm surprised by how busy this store is. I guess if you're the only general store around, business is bound to be good. As Leanna picks out a couple of items, I look around the shop. I notice people of all backgrounds, wearing clothes ranging from the leather I'd seen in Meadow Hill to intricately embroidered robes. Dang, there's some mages here too. They really do get all types of travelers, or all types traveling through here. Once Leanna is finished, I follow her to the counter to pay for our items.
Will that be all for today?
That will be all for today. Leanna nods.
Your total comes to 34 coins.
Whoa, 34 coins? No, Leanna, you gotta haggle it down a bit. At least 30, okay? 30 is the maximum that we'll pay. Leanna's eyes widen.
34 coins for these? It should be at most 30.
Exactly. See, I know how to haggle, not really, but I wanted a nice round number. 30 seemed better than 40 or 34. The shopkeeper frowns apologetically. He doesn't seem too happy about the price either.
I'm sorry, miss. The goods themselves are only 20 coins. The rest of the cost is the 70% tax.
70% tax? What the fuck? And I thought taxes in America were bad? Stay quiet. No. I hope you at least get free universal health insurance and education with those taxes. Nope. Both Leanna and the shopkeeper. What the fuck do you think? This is not Canada, okay? Both Leanna and the shopkeeper look at me in confusion. Leanna furrows her brow.
I don't remember the tax being so high in the past.
The mayor only recently increased the tax.
Oh, really? Is this like some sort of fucking corrupt mayor?
Has no one asked why? It doesn't seem fair.
The man nods.
We did in the beginning, but then the mayor hired enforcers of the new law.
Oh god. Leanna frowns, but doesn't say anything more. The shopkeeper continues to look apologetic as he gestures at her items.
I'm really sorry about this, miss, but I don't have any other choice.
God fucking damn it.
I understand. It's not your fault.
It's this fucking mayor. She hands over the coins.
Thank you for understanding. Safe travels.
Unless this is just a really elaborate fucking scam from the merchant. Like, he's been through this scenario before. He knows he's really bad at haggling, which is just like why he makes up this bullshit bogus excuse of a story. Because he knows people aren't going to... travelers that come through, they're not going to meddle in their business with the mayor. They're not going to be like... If you just come passing through this town just to stock up on supplies, you're not going to keep yourself busy with like, what the fuck, this mayor, you know? You're not going to change the city here or whatever, or this village. You're just only here because you have some other place to go and you needed stuff. So this could be actually a pretty smart business plan from the merchant, just to get more money or more coins. As we head out, Leanna seems quieter than usual. Yeah, she knows she got ripped off. She knows it. Are you okay?
Something about this just doesn't seem right. New tax rules and new guards to enforce them? I came through here only a few days ago on my way to Meadow Hill, and the tax hadn't been changed then.
So that dude was either lying, or some shit has changed in here. Some shit has gone down in this village.
It all seems too sudden.
Let's investigate. I think we got scammed. This doesn't really concern us. No, I'm curious. We should find out what's going on here. Leanna blinks.
Really?
Well, why not? We have all the time in the world, right? I'm stuck here anyway. I nod. We can't just leave it alone if something foul is at play here. Leanna smiles.
You're right.
That's part of your job as well, right? As Mage-Knight, police enforcer.
Anyway, let's go meet up with Zach.
I nod. We make our way to the lane of armory and smiths and peek through a few shop windows before we spot Zach. A guard looms over him. Uh-oh. This does not look promising. Leanna frowns as we enter the shop. What's going on?
This doesn't concern you. Stay out of it.
What?
It became my concern when you threatened him in front of me.
What happened?
Threatened. All I told him was what may happen to his store if he doesn't pay up for these protective services.
Yeah, that sounds like a threat, dude.
Leave. Now.
The guard laughs.
What makes you think I'd listen to you?
Zack glares at the guard as he flips open his coat and reveals his discharger. He grips the second discharger on the table. The color drains from the guard's face. Huh? What you gonna do now?
2 dischargers with purple spheres and a black trench coat.
Uh-huh. It is the one and only Zack Spade.
It can't be.
Mm-hmm. Zack shifts slightly. He's wanted or something, right? Increasing the ferocity in his eyes. The guard tries to hide his fear with false bravado. He turns towards the shopkeeper.
You're lucky your friend was here today. He won't always be here, though.
Oh, are you sure? Zack, you're gonna stay here forever, okay? Me and Leanna will investigate here. Good plan. See ya. After imparting one last subtle threat, the guard hurries out of the shop, brushing past Leanna and I. By the way, that guard is an idiot. He says he's not threatening while threatening the other guy, and then at the end he fucking threatens him again. What? Zack relaxes, and the shopkeeper sighs in relief.
Thank you.
You're welcome, merchant.
That have to do with this new tax you mentioned?
The shopkeeper nods.
The taxes just keep growing. I've tried to keep my prices as low as possible for the customers, but then our taxes grow and, well, you saw what happens next.
Really? He sends those dudes to come collect the taxes or whatever? His finger trembles as he takes back the discharger. I think he's still shaken up by what happened.
I'm sorry. I still need a few more minutes to finish up the repairs. It would have been done by now if we hadn't been interrupted.
That's okay, we have time. Zack nods. The weaponsmith gives him a grateful smile as he returns to his workroom. Tax issues again. I do not like this village.
It looks like it's affecting all of the stores. And it's only going to get worse.
Okay, remember what I said earlier about people, normal people at least? That's the thing, that normal people wouldn't go like, okay, you know what? There is something wrong going on, or fishy going on in this village. Let's stay here and try and investigate and, fix whatever the fuck happened here. Normal people wouldn't do that, but because we're the main characters of a fucking story, a visual novel, JRPG, whatever the fuck, that's only those people do it. But normal people do not.
I'm not going to let it escalate.
Leanna and I glance at Zack in surprise. Damn, he feels kind of passionate about this.
You two head to the inn. I have something to take care of first.
What are you planning to do?
I'm going to pay a visit to the mayor.
Really? Wow. We'll help? A good Samaritan mercenary? We'll help. We'll be there with you, man. We're coming too. Zack looks surprised.
Something here is just not right. We can't sit by and do nothing.
Uh-huh, we're all in this together, okay? The shopkeeper returns and places Zack's discharger on the counter.
All fixed.
Thanks, dude.
Thanks. Here.
Zack offers coins to the vendor, who shakes his head.
Please, don't worry about it. You've already done me a huge favor by helping me with the guard.
Did he really, though? Like, the only thing he actually did is just delay when the guard is coming back. Zack holsters his discharger and places the coins on the counter anyway.
I insist.
The shopkeeper looks conflicted, then sighs and nods gratefully. Zack leads the way out of the shop and through the town. His footsteps are long and full of purpose, which is a change from his quiet, cautious demeanor. I feel like Zack is the type of guy, he's usually kind of quiet, but he's like he's fights for justice, He doesn't like injustice, and when he sees injustice, even in an area like this, in a village where which normal people wouldn't give a shit about, he feels compelled to take action. So you know what, maybe my first impression of him wasn't that right, but that's because I'm competing with him over Leanna, and in honesty, in all honesty, any guy, even if you're the best fucking guy in the world, I will still say fuck you if you're competing with me over a girl. That's just how it goes, okay? That's just how it goes. I can't help but look at him with a newfound respect. This is the first time I've seen him so determined and driven. Soon we arrive in front of a large, elaborate mansion. It looks very out of place compared to the modest shops in the rest of the town. Oh no. I guess we know where all that fucking tax money went, didn't it? To build this huge fucking mansion. Oh my god. It's like you just see a bunch of shacks and then a huge ass fucking mansion, and then you start to wonder like, I wonder where all the money went. Two men guard the entrance. Zack pauses and sizes up the guards. Use the element of surprise for 2 sneak attacks, talk your way in. I like the element of surprise. I doubt they'll just let us waltz in to see the mayor. Zack nods and readies his discharger.
Agreed.
Alright, see, Zack is a man that takes action.
What are you guys planning?
We're just gonna force our way in? We'll knock them out and make our way in. Zack blinks, then fiddles with his discharger.
Right. Just knock them out.
He was getting ready to kill them. Leanna looks at Zack.
I don't agree with this decision. We don't know for sure these guards are bad.
But we know that the mayor is kind of bad. We assume at least. But yeah, we're kind of making rash decisions or assumptions here. But still, fuck the mayor, because we obviously know, like, it's clear that he's kind of evil, right? No good person lives in a huge mansion while the rest of the people live in poverty. Not really poverty, but, you know, there's a clear fucking difference here. You're right, Zack and I will take care of it. Just stay back, Leanne, okay? Let the men take care of this. Okay, I'm sorry. I should not have said that because she's obviously clearly more capable of it than me. Okay, then stay back and let us handle it.
Wait!
I walk over to the guards.
What is your business?
Jaw! We stab him in the throat. A bolt of energy knocks him back against the door, and he crumples to the ground. Before the other guard can react, I strike him square in the chest with the hilt of my blade. He gasps as the wind is knocked out of him and keels over.
Good work.
Nice. Fist bump, Zack. I nod. Leanne rushes forward and checks them for a pulse. After a moment, she sighs in relief, then whirls on us.
You do realize you just assaulted official guards, right?
We didn't kill them.
It wouldn't be the first time.
Yeah, for Zack, not. For me, hey, I'm just a newbie in this world, you know? I don't know the rules here. I'm sorry. I didn't know. Leanne's glare is cut short by the glow of her manipulator. It pulses similarly to when she originally scanned me for magic.
What the?
She hovers her hand over her manipulator and looks inside the building.
You guys coming?
What's going on? What's inside there? Zack is already on his way in. Leanna looks annoyed but follows, checking her manipulator. She may not be happy with us, but she seems more concerned about her manipulator's random magic sensing. Uh-oh. Zack leads the way again. We follow behind as Leanna fiddles with her manipulator. Whoa, see, this is a huge-ass fucking mansion. As we progress through the mansion, we pass unnoticed by the clerks and guards milling about. We must assume we have a reason to be here if we got through the front door, or they must assume. Leanna stares intently at her manipulator, her brow furrowed in confusion.
This doesn't make any sense.
What is it? What is it?
The readings, they're so erratic. It's almost like there's... but there can't be.
Like there's what? There's what? Don't leave me in tension here.
Shadow magic.
Oh no! Not shadow magic. Uh-oh, that's probably the dark side of magic, right? Shadow magic. Dum dum. Zack looks sharply at Leanna.
Shadow magic.
Are you sure about this? She reluctantly nods. Zack sets his jaw and tightens the grip on his dischargers. So, shadow magic, eh? Someone mind telling me what that is?
It's forbidden magic.
Oh no, forbidden magic, uh-oh. She's entirely focused on her manipulator.
It's coming from...
She jogs down a hallway and stops in front of a mahogany double doors.
behind there.
Uh-oh. There's always evil looming behind 2 giant double doors. The double Ds. Suddenly, a voice calls out from us from behind.
It's you!
Oh shit! Standing down the hall is the same guard from the shop.
How did you get in here? Intruders!
Intruder alert! Intruder alert! All eyes fall on us as he begins yelling. The guards who previously ignored us now draw their weapons as they close in. Zack pulls out his dischargers.
You go deal with whatever that is. I'll keep them busy here.
Alright, got it. Zack kicks down one of the tables and drops behind it for cover.
Go! Now!
Got it, let's go! Come on, girl! As he raises his guns, purple energy swirls to life. He rains a hail of energy bolts down the hall in suppressive fire. Dang, he is pretty cool. Leanna bursts through the doors, and I stay at her heels. The noise from the battle gradually fades away as we run deeper into the mansion. Eventually, the hall leads into a study. A carved wooden desk, laden with books and ledgers, is in the center with bookcases surrounding it. A man wearing a hooded dark robe sits at the desk. He scribbles something with one hand, while with the other hand is hidden within his robe. Underneath his robe, moving up and down, an older man sits on the other side of the desk. His graying hair sticks out in strange angles, and his embroidered clothes are slightly askew. He stares at the open ledgers on the desk, but his eyes are dull, as if they aren't really seeing it. Is he blind? Two guards stand by the doorway, as still as statues, with those same dull eyes. Huh, are they being controlled somehow? Dull eyes. The treasurer rises to his feet.
Who let these two in? I explicitly said no visitors.
Leanna's manipulator pulses wildly, especially when she raises her arm towards him.
It's him! He's the source of the shadow magic!
It's him? Oh no, we gotta take him out. Neither the mayor nor the guard reacts.
How dare you make such accusations! Arrest her immediately!
It's the treasurer, so the mayor is not the evil one, just like his right-hand man. The guards ready their weapons. Stop! We aren't here to fight you. No, we're just here to defeat the other guy.
It's no use! He's influencing them with shadow magic!
Oh, that's what it is. That's what the dull look is about. A gust of wind gathers around Leanna, violently whipping her hair and clothes. It concentrates in her gauntleted palm, and she hurls it at them. The wind knocks the guards against the walls and blows open the robe of the treasurer, exposing his hidden hand. Uh-oh, what was that hidden hand doing? Within his palm is a dark crystal sphere. It looks like a marble of darkness and swirling smoke. From within the crystal are shadow tendrils which extend to the mayor and his two unconscious guards. Leanna's voice is flat when she speaks. I've never heard her sound so serious before.
Tainted spear, and the branding of void.
Void? What?
You have seen too much.
Clearly not enough. The treasurer raises the black sphere high, and shadow energy shoots straight towards Leanna. She raises her hand and creates another ball of wind, which she fires at the shadowy bolt. The shadow ball cuts through Leanna's magic like a knife through butter, and her wind scatters harmlessly into the room. Oh no! Leanna! Careful, freeze, push out of the way, I'm gonna save you! Leanna! I dash towards her and knock her out of the way. Boom! I take the full brunt of the shadow blast, and I'm flung back against the wall. Agony sears my body. Ah! At least I saved the woman. At least I saved Leanna. I grit through the pain and look at Leanna. It doesn't look like any of the magic hit her. Alright, worth it. She rushes over, her face a mix of bewilderment and concern. You got this? This is painful as fuck. You got this, girl. You got this. We can't let her know that we have to give her confidence, right? It's like, yeah, you got this, girl. I tanked that hit for you so you can defeat him. As much as I wanted to say this is painful as fuck, I muster up a smile. Ugh, it's like a fake smile, but go get him, girl.
That was so reckless.
That's okay. That's what I'm all about. That's what Hugh is all about. Leanna unsheaths her blade. A determined fire in her eyes. She faces the treasurer and raises her sword. Damn, look at that. That looks fucking badass, girl. Hell yeah. Her manipulator glows with power. which flows into her blade, encasing it in a similar glow. Magic particles swirl around as static sparks of energy lash out from her weapon. This just looks so badass. This is what I wanted to see. Just more action, CG images, and just, to actually feel like she's fighting when she's fighting. In an instant, she dashes towards the treasurer at an inhuman speed. He fires 2 shadow bolts, but Leanna uses her blade to cut through the air and shoots off 2 slices of energy, which cuts through the shadow magic.
What?
Oh yeah!
Yeah!
Yeah, let's go, girl! Leanna lunges and charges her blade towards the treasurer. Boom! Just before her sword would pierce him, the treasurer throws his tainted sphere to the ground. Oh no, what? It shatters apart, and the shadowy mist leaks out of the orb, enclosing the room in a dark fog. Oh no, we were banished to the shadow realm! The thick fog clouds my vision, so I can't see anything. As it slowly begins to fade, I make out Leanna, watching her surroundings, but the treasurer is nowhere to be seen. It's like a disappearing act, Just like a puff of smoke and then the magician suddenly disappeared, even though he's hiding underneath the table. When she doesn't see her enemy, the glow from her sword fades away. Oh, damn it. So the mayor was probably taken control of by that treasure dude as well, who is clearly evil. The mayor lets out a throaty groan. He rubs at his head, his eyes now looking groggy, like somebody who has just woken up.
What is...
Dang, so he was in control of them all along, it seems. I mean, it's kind of weird. If they didn't get a new mayor, but indeed, things changed dramatically here, taxes increased a lot, blah blah blah. Huh, yeah, I guess it makes sense that indeed he was just controlling the mayor and other stuff here in this village. But for what reason, right? You gotta imagine that, for what reason would they want to do this on just a tiny village? Leanna sheaths her blade.
Take it easy. You were under the effects of shadow magic.
Shadow magic.
Shadow magic?
Uh-huh. He shakes his head, as if to free his thoughts. He must be trying to shake off the lingering effects of the magic.
Is it finally over?
Leanna nods. The mayor takes a few more minutes to compose himself. When his eyes seem more focused, he sighs in relief.
You have my thanks.
You're welcome, Mayor. Suddenly, the door barges open, and Zack races in. Behind him is a wave of guards.
Stop him!
He's with us!
Stop, just, everything is okay. I saved your mayor, so stop fucking attacking us. We're the good guys, thank you. The mayor stands unsteadily on his feet, but addresses the guards.
Leave them be!
Yes, thank you, Mayor, thank you.
But they...
Nope, we didn't do shit, okay?
I said leave them be!
Listen to your mayor. They hesitate and shoot confused glances at each other, but ultimately follow the order and lower their weapons.
Took you guys long enough.
Well, it's not that easy to defeat a shadow magic dude. We didn't even defeat him, he just escaped. He looks at me.
What are you doing down there?
Oh right, I'm still against the wall, just in pain, with a hole in our chest. I groan as I rotate onto my back. Leanna offers me a hand, which I accept.
He took a shadow blast.
For her.
Aimed for me.
Uh-huh. Would you be willing to take such a thing? Would you catch a bullet for her, Zack? Don't think so, huh? That should be one more plus point for me, right, Leanna? Zack blinks in surprise, but looks impressed.
Seems like you ended up being useful after all.
Hey, are you just saying that all I'm useful for is just being a fucking meat shield and tanking bullets for other people? Thanks? Leanna checks her manipulator, but it still remains. Or remains still, rather.
The shadow magic is gone.
Huh. That dude disappeared. The mayor seems much more alert.
It was my treasurer, wasn't it?
Yep. You knew you didn't. You knew you couldn't fucking trust the guy, and still you made him your treasurer. This is your fault, Mayor. Leanna nods. He sighs heavily and sits back down in his chair.
When he first arrived into town, I thought he would be like all the other travelers and go on his way.
Wait, so you made a traveler that passed through your town a fucking treasurer? Why?
But he said he knew how to make this town even greater than what it is now. He had ideas on how we could become more than just a wayward stop.
Why do you listen to just fucking random gibberish from a guy who passes through the town, okay? I would not suddenly trust a guy that just starts spilling, oh, I can turn this village around. I can turn this into the greatest village you've ever seen.
The first step was to increase taxes to build up our treasury.
Yeah, and then he's gonna run away with the treasury. He hangs his head in his hands.
All I wanted was to help the people here have better lives. But all I've done is cause them suffering.
Yep, this is kind of your fault.
You weren't in control of yourself.
But it was me who made all the rulings and enforced those tax laws.
Leanna shakes her head.
It wasn't you. That man had a tainted sphere, and he was using it to influence you.
Okay, that makes sense. If that was the only way that the mayor would say yes, then it makes sense. Like, if that influences him to make an easier decision like that. Because normal people, especially just a normal, like, good mayor that's not corrupt, wouldn't just suddenly start trusting a random stranger that starts spouting bullshit about, I'm gonna make things great here again. The mayor leans back. He looks tired, as if a huge weight was dropped on him.
I don't deserve to continue as mayor of this town.
Whoa, don't you resign. One of the guards steps forward.
That's not true.
Listen to him. I look over at the voice and recognize him as one of the guards formerly controlled by shadow magic.
I know what it's like when he used that magic. All I could think about was how I could become an honor guard. The thought was overwhelming and I'd do anything to achieve it.
You greedy fuck.
I know that wasn't the real you, Mayor.
The other formerly controlled guard steps forward and nods.
Me too. Little Garrett still plays with the toy sword you gave him for his birthday. Says he's practicing for when he joins the guard too.
Aw, little Garrett. The other guards in the room murmur their assent.
There's nobody who can run this town better than you.
See? It's not just about how you feel about yourself, but it's how the people feel about you, Mayor. The mayor glances at the hopeful faces of his guard. In this small town, I can believe that he knows each of them by name. Finally, he gives them a weak smile.
I suppose somebody needs to clean up this mess.
You need to... you have to clean up your own mess, basically. He gets back to his feet and turns to us.
I don't know how to thank you for what you've done for us.
You know, it's just common courtesy. That's just what we do, apparently. If we see any village in danger, we just gotta save it. That's just how we roll. Leanna smiles warmly.
I'm glad we were able to help.
Zack and I nod.
You must be exhausted. Please, feel free to stay at Raven Pass for as long as you like. You are always welcome here.
For free?
Thank you.
The three of us leave the mayor to his business and head out of the mansion. Once outside, I glance up at the darkening sky. Leanna mirrors my movements. It's already night?
We should rest up for the night.
Huh.
Agreed.
Alright. I nod.
I saw the inn back towards the shops.
Zack leads the way. After turning down a side street, we see the lighted sign for the Hog's Head Inn. I stifle a yawn as we head inside. Zack and I sit down at a table, while Leanna speaks with the innkeeper. She returns with 2 room keys, looking a bit shocked. Wordlessly, she passes one to Zack. Whoa, what's going on? Am I going to be sleeping with you, Leanna? What's going on?
The innkeeper refused to let us pay for the rooms or food. Said it was by order of the mayor, and one he would happily oblige.
Oh, okay. That's cool, right? That's cool. But, you know, we should get 3 rooms, not 2. That was really nice of him. She nods. Another silence falls over us, but this one feels natural and not a bit uncomfortable. After a few minutes, staff brings us 3 steaming bowls and places one in front of each of us. Once the bowl hits the table, Zack digs in with gusto and practically inhales his food. Whoa, calm down, dude. Leanna and I share a look when we grab our spoons. Stew again? She nods. Rabbit stew again?
It's hearty and filling.
But rabbits again? Rabbit again?
Actually, this time it's venison.
Oh, venison, that's good. Remembering last night's meal, my heart sinks. Oh, great. I'm seriously considering looking into cooking my own meals from now on. But right now, I'm too hungry to refuse this. Venison is kind of... I guess it's sort of a more of a high-end cut of protein, I guess. But I feel like it's more common than eating rabbit, that's for sure, venison. I don't know. I take a bite. I don't think I've ever eaten it personally myself, but considering some of the cooking show I've watched, like, they mention venison there quite frequently. Better than rabbit, even more gross, taste the same. I would say it's probably better than rabbit, even though I haven't even eaten both of them. Whatever. Now, no way! This is even better! Leanna grins.
I like venison more.
Me too, me too. I like the idea of liking venison more. I try not to wince every time I use my spoon. The fire has eased out of my body, but my shoulder still throbs from when I landed on the ground. Yeah, I'm really hurt. I think we should share a room, Leanna, just so you can nurse me back to health. Leanna glances at me, then she gets up and walks back to the innkeeper. She returns with a compress in her hand. She offers it to me with a smile. Gee, thanks.
This should help with the pain.
I hold it against my shoulder and smile appreciatively as the pain slowly melts into a dull ache.
Thanks for helping me back there.
You're welcome, girl. I would catch a bullet for you any day. I smile. Anytime. I continue digging into my meal. So what exactly makes shadow magic bad?
It's far more dangerous than any other elemental magic, and it's incredibly unstable and volatile. The most serious thought of shadow magic is how it's able to amplify the shadowy thoughts of someone's mind.
The shadowy thoughts? So the treasurer was manipulating what the mayor was already feeling. She nods, So it basically takes advantage of like the dark. You know, sometimes you have those evil thoughts. Even if you're not an evil person yourself, I guarantee, okay, sometimes, even if you're like the nicest person ever, sometimes you just have this really dark thought where you even get surprised at it yourself. Like, whoa, did I really think that? Just like, oh, I'm gonna kill this motherfucker. You know, even though you would never do it in real life, occasionally you'll have that thought. So I feel like that's what shadow magic just takes advantage of. It grabs those dark thoughts of the person and just amplifies it, uses them, and then it makes it take control of the body, something like that.
He might have wanted to help the town by looking to expand, but there's also a bit of selfishness on his part for wanting to do that too. Either greed from more money coming in and more luxurious goods, or wanting more fame and recognition.
The thing is, like, I don't believe anybody ever does anything only for the pure... Well, not nobody, but most people do not do anything solely for the pure, like, oh, only to help people. You always get something out of it. I'm not saying they don't do it for that reason. Obviously, they get some sort of joy of helping people, you know, whatever. But there is always a little bit of hint, even if it's just 1%, of just something that they get out of it themselves, you know? There's always a little bit of selfishness there, which is not necessarily a bad thing. I don't think selfishness is actually a bad thing at all. Sometimes you just have to be selfish. But I feel like just the word selfish, people automatically think that it's like a bad thing. But I don't necessarily think it's that bad of a thing. It's just when you choose yourself over another person, when another person clearly needs your help more than you yourself, that's when selfishness is bad. But like, in other cases, being selfish is not bad at all.
Everyone has thoughts like that. It's just a matter of keeping those thoughts in check.
Exactly. See, Zack knows. In his case, he hasn't kept them in check, though. Leanna nods.
Shadow magic, unfortunately, lets those desires loose in a destructive way.
Ah, yeah. Is there a way to block against it?
Unless you are a mage. Not really.
Huh. You have to be like a master of your thoughts. Leanna picks at her food.
Most people can't control the magic well, and it's very easy for it to backfire and cause more harm to the caster than the intended target.
That treasure seemed to be handling it well, though. She looks even more worried. Uh-oh, that means that it's a skilled shadow magic user.
I know. Which is even more troubling, considering the fact that shadow magic is outlawed in Havenguard.
Oh, really? It's illegal. Here, at least. Zack pushes his now empty bowl away from him.
I think he's part of Void.
What the fuck is Void? She mentioned it before as well. I guess that's the evil, shadow, dark organization. You always gotta have an enemy in these sorts of stories and games, you know? Leanna frowns. Her frowns deepens.
I think so too. I noticed the branding on his forearm.
It literally spelled Void, V-O-I-D. What's Void?
They're practitioners of shadow magic. They first rose to power during the struggle of the Three Kingdoms, before the Treaty of Asaria. They wanted to grow their power in the outreach of shadow magic, and a lot of innocent people were killed in the process. At the height of their power, they grew so powerful and were so destructive that the Three Kingdoms had to set aside their differences and band together.
I see, they all came together to defeat them?
That's when the treaty was formed. Part of the agreement was to outlaw shadow magic.
Are you really telling me it took 3 kingdoms to take down one cult?
Shadow magic is a lot more powerful than any other elemental magic.
Oh shit.
Which is why there are people who still want to practice it. It's impossible to stabilize the magic.
I
So
see.
it's deemed too dangerous to be used.
Zack nods. I see. No wonder both Leanna and Zack seemed so grinned when they first noticed the shadow magic. Aha. So it's something that was sort of like banished by all 3 kingdoms, but now it's slowly on the rise again, you know? It's just one of those things, you never can fully get rid of evil ever. So yeah, it seems to be coming back. It's like a plague. I stifle another yawn.
Is everyone done eating?
Zack and I both nod.
Then I suggest we head to bed.
Yep, we need a good night's sleep. I second that motion. I'm exhausted.
I know.
Please don't tell me I have to share a bed with Zack. She grins, and I can feel a rush of warmth to my face. I guess she saw my yawn. Zack leads the way upstairs. Clutching one of the keys, we stop in front of 2 adjoining rooms.
Well, good night then.
Good night. Zack nods. Leanna turns the key and lets herself into the room. Then gently closes the door behind her. Uh-oh, what now? Zack also turns the key and lets himself into the second room. What about me? As I'm about to follow him in, the door slams shut. Hey, dude, what the fuck? Very funny. I turn the handle, but it's locked. What the hell? Zack, come on, bro, let me in. He ignores me, so I pound on the door. Come on, let me in. He doesn't answer, but a couple of people poke their heads out of their rooms and glare at me. Be more quiet, try Leanna's room, try again, try Leanna's room. This is ridiculous. I knock on Leanna's door. Leanna? She opens the door a crack, then pulls it open all the way when she recognizes me. Her brows are creased with worry.
Is something wrong?
Yeah, he won't fucking let me in. Can I sleep with you tonight? Zack's being mean. Yes, I want to stay with you. I feel like if we are too direct, she won't let us. If we gain sympathy points, however, by just saying like, Zack is being mean to us, please help me, Leanna, then she's gonna be like, oh, you know what? Okay, you can stay with me for tonight. If we are too direct, then we show that we have bad intentions with her, you know? We gotta show that we have good intentions. Zack locked me out of the room. She blinks.
Really? Is that it?
I swear, I knocked his door twice, he didn't answer. And I need to get in there?
Alright, then get in there.
Yeah, help me? How? She
I'm
smirks.
sure you'll figure it out.
Damn it, I thought she would be kind and offer me a place in her room.
Good night.
God damn it, Leanna, this is not how it's supposed to go. This is not how my plan was supposed to go. She closes the door. That did not go as expected. Be more quiet, try again, fuck it. If I'm not sleeping in a comfortable bed tonight, nobody's sleeping in a comfortable bed, do you hear me? I continue hammering repeatedly on the door. I can keep this up all night. Suddenly the door swings open, and I walk in. The first thing I notice are the 2 thin beds. Zack lounges on one, then fixes his stony gaze on me. What the hell was that? Why didn't you just let me in? Did you need to have like a quick shower or something?
No space.
Yeah, bullshit, no space. You got 2 beds here. There are 2 beds. Zach wordlessly walks over to the other bed and pulls back the blankets. Tucked inside the bed are both of his discharges. No, no, dude, no. Your discharges do not need their own bed, okay? Not cool, man. Not cool. I go to remove the weapons.
What are you doing?
They're fucking weapons, okay? They do not need a comfortable bed to sleep in at night. This is my bed.
But then where will they sleep?
Just let them cuddle with you during the night, okay? I look at him. Finally, he sighs and collects his dischargers. What a weirdo. I lie back on the bed, and as soon as my head hits the pillow, I am asleep.